Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Triple B Experience podcast. This is unscripted, and this is our big year-end award show. I guess you could call it that. It's mainly just a matter of opinion, and this group is definitely not short of opinions. That's for sure. I am one of the three of Tripod, and I am Gary. And this is Cable. What's up, man?
Hey, year-end extravaganza is what I like to call it.
Okay, well, we'll call it that. Year-end extravaganza. How you been? It's been a minute.
Busy.
Yeah.
Ready to cool down after the holidays. Very excited for this show. This is one of my favorite top special event shows we do, whatever you want to call it, aside from the regular unscripted.
Tell me more about that. Why?
Well, I'm always a fan of countdowns. I love countdowns. I watch countdowns on YouTube like crazy. And I always liked award shows. And, I've gotten away from that because of Hollyweird the last few years and stuff. And the award shows are just boring. But I always love seeing what people liked. And I like, looking at the year in review, going across all the categories and everybody picking their favorites and the discussion that it brings up and comparing, yours versus theirs. And, even when you're not on the same page, the debate that comes out of it and the talk, I enjoy it. So
you're looking forward to having a healthy debate with the man, the myth, the legend, ours truly, the king of internet bullying, and watch out, Cable, because he is on fire, because the man is on a diet. Okay. And with a man that's on a diet and is broke, can be very dangerous. Okay. So I am going to bring him in now. So just, don't debate him too hard. Okay. Here he is. Rosie Brewer's favorite boy.
Oh, well, Rosie Brewer's.
Bad Bubba Brewer.
Rosie Brewer's only boy. It's the sugar. No sugar, brother.
Yeah. But let's put it this way, and I'm not knocking you, but yesterday you and I hopped on. I hijacked your Steelers podcast.
You didn't hijack it. I'm glad you come on because we went an hour.
But we talked Steelers, and you informed me that you were down 12 pounds. So
down 12. Yeah, thank you.
That's
I got
impressive.
a long way to go. Yeah, I got a long way to go. So,
however, our co-host here, a little bit of a D-bag and had to eat snack cakes in front of you, and
that's okay. It's self-discipline, guys. Self-discipline, and
I'm just training Bubba into getting stronger.
Well, Dairy Queen and our sponsor Bob's Pizza dropped 40% because I haven't been by, so I just go right by. I did get a Bob's Pizza.
We had to send our shirts back
for Christmas, so you guys got to come up and I'll get you guys pizza.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, at least I didn't get him a Bob's gift certificate.
Well, that was a good gift.
I could have brought a Blizzard.
They didn't. I don't want nothing. I didn't want nothing. I didn't want anything. I don't want anything from nobody.
So,
I just wanted experiences. That's what this podcast is all about.
Well, that's true. But speaking of which, did you get anything good, either of you? Well, Bob's got the ultimate Bob's Pizza. So
no, I'm cool with that. And Steeler stuff and cashola is always good. So yeah. And get this, I bought 2 goddamn guinea pigs. Me and Tammy. Oh, I know. My fucking house is like a zoo, and I swear to God,
you have
2
guinea pigs. You have a cat. That doesn't like
cats. We got 2 cats.
2 cats.
Real quick, and I have a dog.
And a dog.
Real quick.
Yeah, no, that one cat is quick, man.
Was that the door? Which one were you yelling at before we got on to get the hell out of your room?
Twisty. I make up names. It's not even a real name of the cat.
Twisty the cat, the dog,
Twisty's the cat. Yeah.
The guinea pig.
Yeah, Chips and Salsa.
Your imaginary friend.
Chips and Salsa.
Chips and Salsa. Chips and Salsa. Oh my God, our social media stuff. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Craig, our super fan from Patton. Craig, Shane,
glad you're here, Craig.
Special field correspondent tuned in, and Paul McCunn. Thanks for tuning in. and Paul Atlas. God bless you, Paul Atlas, for
What's
tuning
up,
in.
Paul?
Hey, thanks, guys. And this is the second one that we did, me and you, Mav, and we're 2 for 2. And this is what I do anymore after the hours of 8 o'clock.
Well, hey,
I'm okay with that.
No better way. And how do you expect me to debate this? He's running on hatred of not having anything sweet.
He's running on lettuce.
He's warmed up from yesterday. He's
I still eat
basically
some
the
protein.
master debater, and you want me to go up against this?
He's a master baiter, all right.
Yeah, well, I don't double palm it. But anyway,
do you at least switch hands?
I think
sleeper?
Cable, you'll probably smoke me on some of these categories, and you'll be shaking your head at my answers because it's
not a competition.
No,
it's not a competition.
Fun. But there's a lot of stuff.
It's perspective. Mine probably have no it's probably pretty boring and has no thought behind it because I don't watch nearly as much stuff as you two. And I'm not knocking you for that. I just don't. I don't have the time.
I hear you. I hear you.
And I feel bad enough. I don't get to do this enough as much as I'd like either. So I didn't even got a chance to watch Bad Batch yet. The new.
I haven't either. So we're tied. Yeah, we're good. I haven't either.
Life's
You're gonna laugh at the show I've been loving to watch. Welcome to Chippendales. I watch that show all the time, but it's not in the category because it's not finished yet. These are all. I voted for everything, and I took part. That had to be finished in the TV show series.
That's kind of, I guess, introduce people that maybe didn't watch last year or don't remember.
And none of these people watched last year. Let's face it.
It's a review of 2022. So this is everything that fit in between January 1st and December 31st of 2022. If the show started in 2021 and ran to 2022, that would count. But if a show didn't finish within 2022, then we can't use that. If we didn't see a movie before the year end was out, it's snapshot of 2022 for each person.
And the problem is I could barely remember what the hell I even saw from this year to the next. But just to run down kind of what we're doing, we're going to do favorite sports moment. We're going to do favorite animated series. We're going to do favorite Disney Plus project. We're going to do favorite wrestling moment. We're going to do TV series, best TV series of the year. The most hated of the year, which that'll get interesting. And then
I can't remember mine. That's okay.
He didn't hate it that much then.
I guess not.
I was thinking about this today on my drive home, and I'm thinking like, what the hell did I even put on my list? So I feel remember. You.
I had
and then last but not least, we're gonna do favorite movie of the year. So that's kind of our topics. This is always a fun one. So why don't we just get into it?
Well, and let me state real quick.
Sure,
anybody on my on the Facebook feed, I'm going to be reading stuff to the guys on the show. So if you have something that you liked in 2022, please give your opinion and absolutely. Why. Please. And I'll tell it on the show here.
Or
and I'll give you
your opinion of our picks. If you say this is inclusive. Get involved. Let's hear what everybody has to think.
Yeah, tell us we suck. It's all good.
We hear it enough, but we can hear it some more.
I'm gonna bring up the board for the extravaganza. So
again, here we go. It's like
when I bring in the board, when I go switch over to the view of the board, I can't see you two, unfortunately. Well, so just bear with me. I'll be switching back. Yeah, you guys are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
One of the memories that will go in the Triple B experience annals of history is
Bubba playing
the last time.
Scissors.
That also very similar. A lot of hand gestures when you explained that you can't see us, and Bubba tried to use sign language to communicate with you.
And Bubba doesn't even know sign language. What would give him
he's just doing stuff.
Everything. Yeah. Well. Rose's kid's not too bright.
He never fails to amuse. And
that's right.
That's why this is
I do.
Always an experience.
Yes.
And we all got shit to say all the time. So let's get into it. We're going to start with best sports moment of the year. And this is how it went down. I basically make up this board. I had Bubba and Cable. I said, listen, email me your picks. These are the picks. Don't share with each other because last year Bubba
last year I
shared,
did.
and it's supposed to be a surprise. That's part of the
Yeah,
fun.
I don't know what Bubba picked. Bubba doesn't know what I picked.
No.
Yeah, and I just forget what both of you picked, so I barely remember what
There you go.
Because we were supposed to do this last week. Yeah, let's tell that story. We were supposed to do this last week. Of course, my life's a cluster. I was running behind. It was late. So, we're texting. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be, over. I'll be able to, hop on, I don't know, roughly around 9 or something. Anyway, I was running late. Cable's texting us. And next thing you know, Bubba, we get on. I'm waiting for these two. Bubba's having technical difficulties. Can't get his computer started. I'm trying to text them both. Cable's not answering, and it's going on for a little while. I'm like, I bet you he fell asleep. So we just kind of like scrapped it. Cable literally texts us back like 5 minutes after I shut everything down. Says, "Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry. Can we still do it?" I'm like, "I shut it down. Screw it." But that's just how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
Right.
a lot of
it's
technical
that time of year, and me and Gary, we both were at a Christmas family dinner that night.
Yeah, true.
Or just a family dinner, I guess. And I made it home before you, but neither of us knew what time we were going to get home. But we were shooting for 9, and I had everything set up in here. I had the whole room ready to go. I even laid clothes out to change into.
Man.
Because I don't wear much clothes around the house, so nobody wants to see that on
Thanks
here.
for telling us. All right.
Well,
and if anybody,
I know that about Cable. That's absolutely true.
if anybody knows me, I'm a borderline narcoleptic. I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime.
No,
So
I got you beat, brother.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
No,
I fell asleep
absolutely
in traffic leaving a Steeler game at the light. I was out.
How?
Bubba, I have a sleep story I can't even tell on the air.
Okay, okay.
Don't do
that.
The one, like Bubba, the only thing that gets you up and motivated is the Steelers.
It was
and
after
you fell
the
asleep.
Game. It was
yeah,
after
but
the
still,
game.
you're always on.
How
many times have you gone on Facebook after a game and are so pissed off or so jacked up?
I know.
That,
I don't know. I had to be drunk, and then all of a sudden, my buddies had to wake me up. I passed out at the wheel.
I used to nap on the drive into work every morning. I fell asleep driving and took out half of New Florence one time on Main Street.
Ooh, I hit a tree down in Coral and Grayson one time. I fell asleep. I was going to go to an evil person's house, and I woke up and I hit a tree, and I hurried up and put it in full drive, and I left Coral in front of that house. So if you're listening, I'm the one that hit your tree and bent it in your yard.
There's something with you and trees. You hit your head off all the time.
I do.
Anyway,
I do.
Oh,
I'll give you the abridged PG version. I fell asleep during the act, so that
you bore yourself, huh?
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah,
right.
You got me beat,
Try
brother.
to top that, Bubba.
Yeah, you got me. I rescinded the title to you.
Well, that doesn't say much about the other person involved either, I guess.
It didn't go over well. I'll say that.
That could have been pretty boring on both
terrible.
ends. I'm just saying.
I know. I tried to get out of from after I was hooking up and bite my arm off and running like the wind, but goddamn.
No, it was just at a time I was working 6 days a week, and whatever.
Hey, you tried. You tried. Anyway, let's get into this.
Okay, yes.
We are off the rails already, and I don't know if you remember my pick, Gary. So you might want to start this one with Bubba.
Well, hold on. I have this in order. And
okay.
Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting to do this one first, but unfortunately, it's me. So, and I'm like the least interesting out of the three.
I bet you I can guess it, though.
Okay, go for it.
Let me guess it. I guess that your greatest sports moment of the year was Kenny Pickett getting drafted by the Steelers.
And you are right.
I knew it. I knew it.
Well, I mean, what else would it be? It's not like they're a winning team.
No, there's other stuff.
My guess would have been Kenny Pickett getting to start. That would have been close.
Kenny Pickett,
right?
You both know I'm a big Pitt fan. That is a special story to me, just like it was with James Conner. But the only thing that sucked about that night on draft night is I was actually out of town working, and I missed the MegaCast podcast that we were supposed to do that. That sucked.
Right.
However,
You
I
did
literally,
you did come on.
Briefly, I think I texted in or whatever it was, but it was literally pretty much whenever I get sent to do this, we work most of the day. Okay. So, and then there's team building activities and stuff in the afternoon, and it's just an event. And then we got to go to dinner and all this crap. So, we're doing this team building activity, and actually it was axe throwing was the team building activity. And I'm trying to watch the draft, right? Like not paying attention while people were throwing, but anyway, long story short, finally get done for the night. Me and a couple of the coworkers I was with go to the bar up there, we were at Seven Springs. We went to the bar up there, and just watching the draft and whatever. And then I'm watching it go down, and Kenny Pickett's not getting taken, right? And I'm like, holy, we have a chance to get him. Like this was going to be this could possibly be it. And but then there was the other quarterback. Who was it? Who was the other quarterback? Malik Willis. Yeah. And that Tomlin had a hard on for and was whining and dining and all that stuff. So I wasn't sure. But when they called his name, I remember me and my coworker is a huge Pitt fan as well. We literally were jumping up and down, like hugging each other like two little schoolgirls. And it was an awesome moment. I don't know. I still don't know necessarily is the answer, but the last two games are any indication. I think it is pretty good sign. Hopefully things are trending up.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Next year will be, the real sign.
Well, we got to get somebody that's. Kenny should know that style more than anybody. Canada was a Pitt guy, right? But I don't know. I think we need somebody in there. Sure. Yeah. But I think they need somebody in there that's going to, want to go north and south and not, east to west. But,
and make Kenny grow as a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway,
good pick.
That is my pick.
I'm glad I played a Powerball.
Well, that was
damn it. It wasn't easy. You never know.
Okay, Bubba, you were up
Hayden
next.
Stodmiller, thanks for tuning in. Travis, Steve,
thanks
for tuning
guys.
in.
Sorry for anything terrible we say. But anyway, here we go, Bubba. I'm going to release your face. Here we go.
My face. Oh, my face.
Woo.
Yeah.
This is the biggest D-bag in the world.
Crybaby bitch. That's who it is.
So, essentially, Bubba's pick was the Steelers beating Tom Brady. So,
yes. Well,
this was a Patriots uniform, but it was the best.
That's okay.
Picture I can come up with.
Beating Tom Brady is like Christmas coming early for me because I have seen 2 AFC championship games that son of a bitch have cost the Pittsburgh Steelers. So when Tampa Bay come rolling into town and we beat them, by God, I drank. And I tell you what, the next day was beating Tom Brady day. I was sick that day. I'm not going to lie. So to me, that was good. Beating Brady, but he's still in the playoffs now. So, but it's still good. It's still good. And I want to say my honorable mention would have been before we did this would have been the Franco Harris game. Just that whole moment for me was probably the greatest thing that happened in 2022 before I gave my list. So, but those two things there, beating Tom Brady and Franco's thing where he got his number retired and winning in that fashion with your man Kenny Pickett was very historical in my eyes. It was an emotional time because I jumped off the couch. It was Christmas Eve.
And Hayward coming out with the flag with his number. And also, he had a monster of a a he was motivated.
But any Steeler team beating Tom Brady for me is something he's going down as the greatest quarterback of all time, but God damn it, we should have beat him a couple times more and we didn't. So anytime we take and we beat Tom Brady, it's a big moment because we don't get that many times of beating him. So that's my sports moment.
It's a good one. It is a good pick. So no offense, Cable, but it is what it is.
That's okay, Bubba.
Here's an interesting one, and Cable, I will never forget this pick. One that I definitely didn't forget. So I'm just going to reveal it now, and you can explain. Okay.
Yeah.
The fuck is that? It's nothing.
Nothing. He gave me nothing.
I don't have a favorite. What do I have to be happy about this year? What sports moment do I have to celebrate?
Okay, you beat us.
Yeah, but we do that all the time.
He's not wrong. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, it's
Son of a
not that
I mean,
special.
Whatever. You know, it's you guys were. That was so early in the season. That doesn't mean anything anyway.
Still,
you know,
it has a lump in my throat. Still pisses me off. Still pisses me off.
That game was up for grabs. I mean, whatever.
That's
we
fine.
had a big downfall after that. Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, hey, maybe if we did the show one more week later, I could say making the playoffs again, but I don't know yet. So I literally have no favorite sports moment of the year.
And anybody that's never listened to this show before, Cable is a big, huge New England Patriots fan, but he's still part of the family, and we still take him in, and give him a little bit of water, and a little bit of food. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm outside because the shitter's full, but you guys are in watching the Steeler game.
Shane Stomler said Franco's 50th anniversary game was his biggest of the year. He said.
Okay, good.
So,
good.
Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, great pick. So we have somebody that agrees with Bubba. So okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. And I don't have these in order, so I'm just gonna swing this on up. We are gonna do animated project of the year, and Bubba, you are up first for this one.
Oh, okay.
And let me just say, I don't know if this was one of them, but since you mentioned two before and gave an honorable mention, Bubba, obviously, he didn't follow directions like he normally does, and he gave me two under certain categories. So
I wrote that down. I don't know what I do. It was late at night.
Or he has a bad habit. He doesn't use punctuation, so he might.
Well, my fingers are so big, and I got this little small phone, and it just.
Whoa. Okay,
it's not. It's
okay. Yeah. You said a little. I got big hands, but little small, and I didn't know where you were going, so I got to stop you.
Gotcha.
Family show, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mature audiences only.
But anyway, so I don't know if this is one of them. So Bubba, I don't know if you even remember what you picked, but if you only have one under there, it's because I picked it.
That's
for
okay.
You. But
you can only have one. There can only be one, like the Highlander.
True.
But the original Highlander is very good.
Bubba's pick for this was maybe if it'll come. You're not going away. It will not let me work. Okay.
Get out of there, Bubba.
I didn't do anything.
What is going on, Bubs?
I didn't touch nothing.
His two picks messed it all up.
I guess. Shane says Cable doesn't watch cartoons.
Oh.
That's not true. No. That's not true at all.
Cable watches cartoons for sure. Okay, there we go. Nope.
Oh.
Got to ungroup those.
Whoa. Oh. There was almost a leak.
There was premature.
We're drum roll, please. Very suspenseful.
Well, hey, wait, just wait.
I'm not touching. My hands are up here, dude. I don't know nothing.
I know.
My hands are up here.
There we go.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years in a row.
No surprise. I don't remember what you picked last year, but that.
It was last year too.
Okay. And I don't know if this was the right season poster, but you get the point.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's still. It makes me laugh. I don't give a rat's ass.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
So why don't you just give it to us now? Go ahead and say it.
Pickle Rick.
There we go. Yep. That's what we want to hear.
I'm gonna go to a Comic-Con dressed up as fucking Pickle Rick.
You should.
The last time I went to Steel City Con and we had that debacle, I had a Pickle Rick shirt on and people were getting out of my. What'd you say? What? What did you say?
I said zucchini Rick.
It might be watermelon Rick. I don't know.
It's a big ass pickle.
That wouldn't be a big ass pickle.
Not the direction you're headed.
Sweet. That pickle will be sweet, Mav. It's a big ass sweet pickle.
Sweet pickle.
Okay.
Sweet pickle.
While we're on the topic of pickles, this is going to determine a lot about you two. Do you prefer dill pickle or bread and butter pickle?
Oh, dill.
Neither.
Oh, God.
I don't like pickles.
Bread and butter. I thought you wanted like the sweet pickles, Bubs.
No, well, I do like.
You like the sour.
Well,
cucumber.
I love cucumbers, but the reason why I picked the last episode of this one was Star Wars related, so it was cool as hell.
Nice.
And
So he
Hayden
just
says
completely
dill.
dumped the pickle conversation.
I
He
did.
had enough. So he's
No,
Yeah,
no. I'm just trying to get Hayden Stodler said dill pickle. So hey, hey,
Shane, what's your
Shane's got his
agrees with
boys
Bubs
back.
on everything?
I don't know.
Gee.
Hey, it was
Shane, what was
his
your
son-
favorite
his
animated?
son. Shane, what's your favorite pickle? Probably no pickle, probably. But anyway,
he just
I
said
wanted
it.
to know his
no,
favorite
his son
animated
said dill.
project.
Yeah.
Shane says,
Loves
"Oh, here
all
you go.
pickles.
Here you
Okay,
go.
well, see,
Loves all pickles."
and Bubba's they're low calorie, man. You could
I
eat
know.
a
I love
ton of
pickles.
that
I
shit.
know. I know. I'm good, man. I'm good.
But you know, sweet pickles is where it's at.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I like sweet pickles, but I ended up with a sour pickles. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is the story of my
Well,
life.
You could
Terrible.
dip the pickle in juice, like in the first Bad Boys movie, and then it gets even healthier.
It's true. All right, Cable, you're up. Your favorite animated project of the year was
Kind of curious.
I
on this.
hope you got another
Oh.
pickle Rick in ya.
Oh,
Ah,
You got another pickle in ya?
there
oh,
you go.
There's never pickles in me, but anyway. and
Yeah, I mean,
and Cable can elaborate on Rick and Morty more than I can.
well, it's just I think it's the smartest
Shane,
animated show out there, and
okay, hold on a second. Shane
All right.
says loves all. Well, first he said dill pickles to Bubba. Then he
No,
says,
that was his son. His son.
oh,
said dill.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, he says he loves all pickles. And then he said bread and butter, and now he's saying he would pick Bad Batch. Bad Batch didn't come out last year; it came out this year, and the one before that didn't come out. So anyway,
disqualified.
Oh,
disqualified.
No.
One at Shane.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck out on that one.
But yeah, I mean, Rick and Morty, it hit its stride a season or two ago, and this season was almost every episode knocked it out of the park. No, I don't like pickles. I don't. I try to keep them out of me.
Nope.
Nope. But yeah, very very smart writing. The whole season was amazing.
Oh, yeah, I gotta
And-
put that up just for fun.
Yeah,
Why
just
not?
leave it there.
Yeah.
Wait, see me? I don't know what it looks like, but on my side, that's cut half
Yeah.
my face off.
Well, it was mainly
Um,
geared towards you anyway. So
And that's probably better. We don't need to see all this. But
Oh,
yeah, for me, that was my pick last year. Rick and Morty reigns supreme. And then I think I'm going to have the same honorable mention. Inside Job is in the same vein as Rick and Morty. It's an adult humor-oriented cartoon on Netflix. Season 2 came out towards the end of the year, and it's very smart too. But Rick and Morty's where it's at for me.
okay, for me, it was Tales of the Jedi.
Oh,
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was short. They were kind of short.
Yeah.
Very short season. However, I liked it. I thought it was good. And I don't watch a ton of animated stuff. So the animated stuff that I do watch is usually Star Wars. And I would watch Rick and Morty. I just forget that it exists. I don't, but it seems like a funny show. I enjoy Bubba's impersonations. So
Well,
yeah.
well, boy, me and Shane were like this, a couple weeks ago, and now me and him could not be farther apart from each
Yeah.
other.
I see that.
It's,
I know.
But
I
see, he
see that.
agrees with me on this. Tales of the Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you see the new one? The new comment there that it's better than any MCU crap this year?
I see that. I see
That's-
that.
Fighting
Shane's
words, but-
pulling out all the
but not
plugs
from
on this
me,
show
'cause
right
I-
now, man.
I don't want to make Shane kick my ass, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. Move along. Next, we are going to go to Disney Project of the Year. It looks like it's me.
Boom, 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 boom,
I
boom.
honestly don't even remember what I picked for this. So
That's okay.
That's the spirit.
we are going to go for it here.
Ooh.
And okay, that's pretty obvious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did
Obi-Wan
you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
that was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
why?
Mainly because Vader was just a badass in it. And he's
Okay.
just like
Mhm.
I love Darth Vader, and he was just completely badass. I mean, it was good. It was nice to see. It was nice to see them both come back for it, and it was nice to see the fans actually, welcome it with open arms. Because let's face it, the prequels got shit all over in a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
Yeah.
So to have them both back and fans supported it, and I thought it was great. So
Well,
don't give me what, Shane.
no.
You just
I'm
be
just
quiet.
I think when Vader you brought down that ship
Yes.
was the greatest thing
Well,
ever.
him
And I did
walking
say that
through-
as my honorable mention. Like that visual scene of him bringing it down was the greatest thing besides Rogue One, where he
Yes.
goes in and just wipes people out, which he should do all the time. So that
Yeah.
was good.
Well, that him and walking through.
Oh, Hayden Starmiller says, I wanted to kick the young Leia in the head, but I liked Obi-Wan a lot though. So
Okay.
he didn't like the little kid in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
she wore out her welcome a little bit for me as the show went on.
You mean young Leia? Okay, I liked her. I thought she was brilliant. I thought she did a good
Thanks,
job, but I'm also the type of person that I'm not obsessed with Baby Yoda like most people are too. I mean,
No, I'm not either.
I like him,
know,
but like, and I think he's going to become more badass. But like, there for a while, he's just almost annoying. So I can get
Vader
that.
was great.
I can get that. But Vader was great. Him walking through, the village there and snapping people's neck with the
Oh
force.
yeah,
It was
Yeah,
crazy. It
brutal.
was great. So good stuff. That was my
I mean,
pick.
Vader's the number one villain of all time in my eyes. There's
Yeah.
nobody better than Vader. Nobody.
And
Animal
the-
can suck a big one. I don't even
The
care.
scene when his helmet was sliced open and it
Yes.
was malfunctioning, and it
Yes.
went back and forth between Hayden Christensen's voice and James Earl Jones.
Yes.
That was
money.
amazing.
Now,
Yeah.
before we get to the next pick, Hayden said he wished there was a Dark Maul cameo, though.
I'm holding out that they're going to do a series like they did with Obi-Wan, a 6-episode series, because there's so much lore to explore with Darth
Yeah.
Maul and his race and everything.
Solo
Yeah.
2. That
Well, I
be
would
good.
be okay with that also.
Yeah, I like to see that coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
backstory there, and
So what? Let me ask you a question. What was your honorable mention?
I didn't pick one.
Oh, okay,
Um,
gotcha.
you know,
Because there's a lot of Disney Plus shows this year. It was,
there was a ton, but a lot of them would probably be. I could probably discuss it after we go through yours. I don't want to give away anybody else's probably. So, yeah, we'll discuss that further. Bubba, I'm gonna have you go next. Well, you are next.
well, yeah, I'm just following your directive line there.
Boom.
Yes.
Oh,
That would have been mine, Bubs.
Well,
definitely.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Andor was great. I thought people bitched that it was slow.
No. You
but
got to tell the story, man.
I
It's the
loved
story.
it. I love that they told that story in the 12 episodes. Is something we don't really see, and we get 12 more. So
Right.
thought it
No
was
Skywalkers,
great.
no Jedi, none of that stuff. Totally different. Totally about the rise and the start of something that we've seen all our lives.
Yeah,
The
Right.
speeches in the last 2 episodes was was phenomenal.
Mhm.
That the his mom passing away and leading, that was she was gonna say fuck the empire, and they said they didn't do that because it was Disney Plus. That's what they wanted to say in that script. I
that
don't know if you
happens
guys
all
knew
the
that.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens with a lot of stuff, and it comes out after the fact. Like I just saw a headline today that Riri Williams was going to drop the F-bomb in Black Panther 2, and it's like,
But why?
okay, so the writers put it in there. There was no chance of it ever making the movie.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Well, I mean, why? But I mean that in that part where his mom with the astral visual of her funeral,
Projection.
yeah, that would have been a great thing to do. But I don't know anybody in space would know the F word in space. But anyway, it was good. The scene in prison was great.
Mhm.
I can't wait for season 2. And it's the story, the build up. I mean, we know what's going to happen in Rogue One.
Yeah.
We know, but still, that other stuff, I'm not big on him as the main character. It's hard sometimes to understand him when he's talking. So that's my only discord about it. But I think it's a great Disney Plus show. But also too, Obi-Wan was really good.
Yeah, it was a toss up between those two.
She-Hulk was very good in my eyes.
Yes,
Not
yes.
Miss Marvel, She-Hulk.
Mhm.
And now I could be wrong because Moon Knight.
Could be wrong. What?
Moon Knight.
Well, yeah, no, that was
Am I
that
right?
was out last year. Yeah,
Okay, well, Moon Knight was very good
Mhm.
too.
yeah, it was great.
I can't
Oh,
remember who
yeah.
went out.
Yeah, it was last
So,
year. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know what you meant by that.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Miss Marvel, out of everything I said, Miss Marvel was the worst one. And,
Yeah.
and realistically, like I'm watching Willow right now, and I'm not finished, so it doesn't count because it's not over.
I started Willows also.
Okay, so that'll be next year talking about. But yeah,
if I remember.
Andor is very, very good. Very good.
Yeah, it was a toss up between those two for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Glad to hear that because we kind of shut down around the end of the year there, and I don't think we ever did discuss any Andor, did we?
We might have talked about the first 2 episodes.
Maybe a little bit. We didn't go through a
Okay.
play-by-play of it. No.
I liked Andor from the get, and then I wasn't a fan of the prison storyline.
Why? That was good.
It just was too veered off course. Like the show seemed like it was headed in a direction.
You know what they were building, right?
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's awesome. And there were things that I liked. Like I liked the floors were electrified, and like the concepts I liked, but for like the whole almost second half of the season to be this prison storyline, I didn't like that. I thought it was going to be going more in a direction like attacking the Empire and more of that. But
no, actually not.
Just my taste. The show overall was good, but it wasn't for me. I didn't like that direction, and the finale was good.
Andy was great. Do you think he's dead?
He was. No.
What do you think? What are you saying, Shane? Bubba likes to drop the soap.
I don't like any prison. Nothing.
Okay.
I like to be free. I'm a free man.
All right, Kay. Well, you want to get into yours?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, there we go.
All right, now I save us from the Star Wars streak here. So my pick was the Guardians Christmas special or holiday special. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think I've watched it like 4 times now, probably. And
Shane has a question for you, Bubs. Anyway.
Oh, you fucking prick.
I don't know if part of it's because it'd been so long since we saw the Guardians. It's been a couple years, other than that little bit in Thor: Love and Thunder, real quick. There's just
which was the good part of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, it was fun, and it's already it became a holiday staple for me in this one year. When we watched it when it came out, and then when we put the tree up, I put it on again. That opening song by the old 97s that they wrote.
It was good. It was good.
That's so fun and catchy. Yeah. And they did a lot of things that are going to have ramifications going forward that we'll explore. Like the Guardians are running nowhere now. That's huge. Mantis and Star-Lord are half siblings. That's huge. Got to see Kevin Bacon playing Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
it was entertaining from start to finish.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Again, like just to reiterate what you said, it was awesome seeing them again. They're so much fun, and I've always loved Guardians, but it was short. It wasn't a series for me, so that's why I didn't consider it. But I could see why it made your.
Yeah, because this is just a project. So whether it's a Disney Plus movie or show or like this, just a special presentation. So that's my number one, and then my honorable mentions are the other Marvel special presentation, Werewolf by Night.
That's a good one.
That was good.
Yeah.
She-Hulk, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's in there, and Moon Knight. So those are my honorable mentions for Disney Plus project.
She-Hulk and Moon Knight were definitely up there for me too, but Star Wars reigns supreme for me. You know that.
Hayden said he agrees with you, Cable. His was the best project was the Guardians. And then he also said, by the way, he was so hyped for Thor, but it really let him down.
Yeah, that's
join the club with us.
Yeah.
That's true. The kid knows
sound like
stuff.
us walking out of the movie theater.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to move along here, and we are going to go to wrestling moment of the year.
Wrestling moment of the year.
You are up first.
A lot of crazy wrestling stuff.
Let me make sure this is unlocked.
Curious to see if I steal anybody's here or not.
All right.
You probably did.
You ready?
Let's go. Triple H taking control of WWE. Vince McMahon out of the picture, which thankfully this is only about 2022 because this may already be ending if you want to believe the story that came out today.
Oh gosh, I didn't hear anything.
Vince is pushing his way back into WWE supposedly because they possibly want to sell the company now, and they can't sell it without Vince. So he's got him between a rock and a hard place. But we'll see what comes out of that. That's a problem for tomorrow. Let's look at yesterday with 2022. Almost immediately when Triple H came in, you could feel the difference. I mean, just the variety.
If they would have had the talent that they had prior, they would have been in good shape. But the problem is that they didn't. It was a little too late.
Right.
But you could feel a change. You're right.
Yeah, the formatting of the shows was different. You know, there were things that they did that would have never happened under Vince. Like, I got a kick out of the one Monday Night Raw where Asuka cut a promo on Io Sky in Japanese, and you didn't know anything that she was saying, and that would have never happened under Vince. You know, and then all of the talent that Triple H brought back. You know, it's WWE will always have a spot in my heart, whether however upset I am with the current product. So when I see something like this happen where good talent wants to come back and is happy to be back under the WWE umbrella, then that's, you know, I'm happy about that. So
they sold 100,000 tickets without even naming a match for WrestleMania.
That's
WrestleMania.
That's WrestleMania. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know what it did to their numbers. I haven't kept up with it. But Cable, you're right. It's always going to have a special place in all of our hearts. And the only reason I bitch about it is because I care. And I want it to be better, and it's just not what I need right now. It's not what I want out of wrestling. So, but anyway, I will go next. Mine is on a little bit lower scale, but my favorite wrestling moment was this. I didn't have a lot of actual wrestling moments this year. I didn't watch a lot of WWE. I did like AEW, but my favorite wrestling moment of the year was Jimmy the Hippie winning the Imagine World Heavyweight title. So Jimmy is a friend of mine. I did a lot of traveling with Jimmy over the years. We got our buddy Chris in there too. So I think it was special that Jimmy finally got his chance at a world title. I've been saying this for years to anybody that'll listen. Definitely one of the most underrated minds in wrestling. And I've had some of the best conversations I've had about wrestling. We're on road trips with Jimmy, talking about the Boogie Woogie Man and all the old school wrestling stuff. Like, the guy's mind in wrestling and psychology, it's just really, really underrated. And I couldn't be more happy for him. I was just pissed that I missed it. That's the only thing. And I was out of town. I was away I think I was in Disney or something that weekend, but good for him. Jimmy, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
I think it's awesome that you're finally getting the chance. I think this is probably his first world title. So that is my wrestling moment of the year for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one. That was really good.
And Baba, you are up next.
Yeah,
also.
Mine's the same way, but also too. The FTR run and their tag team titles was very, very close. And now they lost every fucking title they had. And I believe they might be coming back. But yes, the same thing that Cable said. And as you said, Mav, I mean, I still watch it all the time. I'm probably 75% invested. And there's other organizations that I do watch. I'm not as hot as I was for AEW as I once was. It's very lukewarm for me because I just think that they could do better. But they also let Steven Regal go, and that was not
did they let him go?
Well, they let him. I mean, they didn't. The guys that were in that locker room didn't listen to Steven Regal. Triple H said, "Hey, come on back. He's coming on. He's back there. He's going to teach these guys. You know what I mean? To have that veteran leadership, if he's doing stuff behind the scenes, getting his kid ready, whatever. He's still Lord Steven Regal, and you need to take it upon the guys need to do stuff in AEW, but WWE with Braun Strowman coming back and guys that they signed, and the other guys are just waiting in the wings when AEW's contracts are out, probably to come there. And Cody's on.
Let him do that so that Vince could come back and screw them all. Yeah,
well, I mean, I hope that Nick Aldis gets signed somewhere. He's a free agent and he's a very good talent. So, I mean, Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes in WWE with matches would be phenomenal.
I still like AEW. I think the talent's there. I still think like the wrestling is what I want to see out of wrestling. However, I'm really down on the fact that Jeff Jarrett's there. I can't stand it. It's driving me nuts. I don't know why. And like, that's the first real like thing that I've been really down on them about. But yeah, Anyway,
Yeah,
wrestling was not a highlight of my year.
Well, Chris Jericho's still the golden goose in that company. Still putting that kid over a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, doing what he does. He does it for the business. And Chris Jericho, I mean, he's ranked the #1 wrestler, I believe, in the world right now, due to the fact he does whatever, and he's just Chris Jericho. And I do like AEW, but I think it could be a little better. It's not like, if I miss it, I'm okay. Where when I
That's
used
part of my gripe with it is that, like, it's both of what you're saying, just in a different lens, Gary. The talent's there. I don't think it's used right. Like, I don't think Tony Khan needs to not try and run the entire show himself. It's too big of a company at this point. He's got too many workers. You need to get another show. They need to do all this stuff, and which maybe Ring of Honor is an answer, but he needs to not give away the reins, but share the responsibility. And you're wasting guys. They just grew so fast.
They collected all this talent, and it started to remind me what WCW did, and
that's exactly it.
The drama is starting to,
right, like you said, the Jeff Jarrett thing, and like I'm blanking right now, and I hate that, but they've brought other names in that they didn't need to bring in.
Mark Henry, Big Show.
Yeah.
They brought him in just for the name recognition, and that's not. They need to accentuate what separates them from WWE. Not
and if Vince decides to do whatever he's doing as of today's news, and Triple H and Stephanie tell him to go get bent, that would probably be best, because sometimes Dad always doesn't think he thinks he knows what he's talking about, but sometimes Dad don't know what you're talking about. It's time, because you're getting a little bit, we knew
it was a matter of time.
It was a matter of time. Day has passed. Retire and just go out quietly, Vince, and just go and just let your daughter and Triple H run it to the best of their ability, showcasing talent. Now, Triple H has done going back and going out and getting indie wrestlers now again. So that's huge for a lot of guys that maybe we know that we like, maybe can get an opportunity or something like that, So Triple H has done that now. It just started that.
I mean, he's just getting started.
Yeah.
I mean, all he's doing is righting the ship. He's not growing the company or changing the company to make it better. He's just pulling them out of the hole that they've been stuck in for so long.
It's a pretty big hole at this point.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, they're slowly coming up, but when you got a major stars getting hurt, breaking ankles and shit, that ain't, you know what I mean? And WrestleMania and Rumble, AJ Styles getting majorly hurt is not good. So
that sucks.
That's terrible. And another guy got hurt. So people are getting hurt. So they're gonna have to just get through this storm. But yeah, that was my wrestling moment. And hopefully, because I'm gonna get back into watching a lot more wrestling and talking about it. Hopefully on some upcoming shows we will have Rumble's coming, and that's the greatest part. Now it's the greatest part of wrestling. So
it's gonna start to peak again a little bit. But I would say CM Punk coming back would have been a highlight, but then everything that happened just killed it for me. So I went with a smaller scale and an indie.
No, that was great. That was a great. That was he's much deserving. Jimmy is much deserving. A class performer, class act, very classy guy. And Imagine Wrestling putting a strap on him to carry their company is pretty huge, because that is one of the top companies in this side of the state. And they get a lot of people, they get good shows, and they have a good roster. So, him carrying that, he's going to have a lot of people, gunning for him.
Yep.
So, wish him well.
Yeah. And a couple other things I just want to throw out there was Stone Cold's return at WrestleMania. Thought it was the worst idea ever before it happened. And then when I watched it, I loved it. MJF winning the title and Jamie Hayter winning the title. Those were big ones for me.
Yeah, MJF winning the title was pretty cool too. So that was good to see. But okay, we're gonna move along here. So we're gonna go from wrestling moment to TV series. Where do I have that yet? TV series, TV shows. Okay, Cable, you are up first for this one.
Oh, again. All right.
Let me make sure these are unlocked. Boom.
Oop.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell that was though.
What? And I don't know what this is, but go ahead and
explain yourself, sir.
Right. I'm going to sell it to you guys. I fell in love with this show. I had heard some good things about it, and I didn't watch it for the longest time. It's on Apple TV, and it's got a pretty stacked cast. Christopher Walken is in it, John Turturro. I know I'm forgetting some names too now. Adam Scott leads the cast, and it is a comedy drama mystery, I guess. And it is set in the future a little bit, where this company has developed the ability to separate your working consciousness from your personal life consciousness.
That's
So
funny.
when you leave
That's cool.
work,
That's a cool idea.
yeah, when you're at home, you don't know what you do for a living.
I do
which
that every day.
raises
Oh, that'd
Holy
be
a lot
awesome.
of ethical
Oh.
questions.
That's
I'd be
awesome.
so
And then-
happy.
When you're at work, you don't know if you have a family. You don't know.
So how do you
don't
know-
know anything about yourself,
How do you know to go to work then?
because you know you work for the company. But once you go onto their premises, it's like a mind wipe almost. You go down this elevator and it just a switch flips.
Okay.
And where the real pull of the story comes from is they call them innies or outies. Your innies are your at work personality, and your outie is out in the world. So you have these innies that don't get to experience anything other than work. That's their whole existence. And they try to quit and this and that, and they have a whole system for it, and their outies won't let them quit. So they're a prisoner by them, like they're forcing themselves to be a prisoner in this job. And then there's a lot of things like you don't even know what this company does, because it's very abstract how they present their work and stuff like that. They just work in this one room.
I just thought of something.
And I think that's going to be a mystery going to the next season. Somebody in a review described it as Lost set in an office, but it's very well acted. I burned through all 10 episodes in 2 days.
So there's one season, 10 episodes in that season.
Yes, and it's confirmed for a second season.
So is it like, I mean, I'm just judging by the cover here. Is it any kind of like gory at all or anything like that? Or no, it's just
It's
a comedy,
It's
like
a comedy,
what?
a dark comedy.
It starts off, it's quirky. There's funny parts to it, but it's a thriller more than anything, I guess. Because they're trying to unravel the mystery of what the company does. How can they escape? It's like a prison break almost. They're trying to figure out how they can get out. And one thing that I loved, a standout in it, if you'll remember back in Spider-Man Homecoming, when he's zipping around New York City and the hot dog vendor goes, "Hey, Spider-Man, do a backflip." He does a backflip, and that's the whole scene for whatever reason. And then they used him again in Shang-Chi on the train. He's recording the fight. He's like, "I know some karate. I'll explain this fight, blah, blah, blah." He's in it. He's one of the main stars, and he's amazing in it. So, favorite show up until 3 weeks ago, it might have been something different, but I was hooked immediately, burned through the whole season in less than 2 days. I couldn't stop watching it. Favorite show, and then I'll go over my honorable mentions after we get through them, because I don't want to pick somebody's.
Okay, so I am up next. I don't even remember.
Before, so let's just say in this show here, they go to work, they hook up at work, and then they forget about hooking up at work if they're having some kind of shit at work, and then they forget about it.
No, they're very well. They would, but they're super monitored at work.
Okay.
They can't. Everything
shit.
they do is under camera.
The camera.
It's not a work environment. It's like a prison, basically, and that's where a lot of the angst comes from.
Sounds like something Bubba watched last night.
I was just like, so if you're drunk and you go to work hungover, you don't know why you're hungover. You just feel like shit.
You probably know it was because of the night before, but you won't know what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do I always have a feeling that there's a hidden message behind something Bubba's trying to say here?
No, I'm just
he's shooting on somebody
I was laughing
secretly.
because I was thinking of stuff, like, oh yeah, you got this affair at work, but you forget about it because when you go home, you don't remember that you're at work, and then when you're out at your life doing something, you don't remember that you have this affair at work, and you do other stuff, and if you drink and you get drunk, and then you go to work, you don't remember that you got drunk. I mean, I mean,
right. I mean,
saying,
it poses all kinds of questions. Like, you don't know if you have kids. You don't even know if you go home to kids or not. You don't know if you kill people for a living when you're out of work. It's a wild concept, and it was pulled off great. And that's
what's it on cable? What's it on?
Apple TV.
Okay.
So that and Ted Lasso are home runs for me. So if you guys ever get
I have
chance
Apple
to,
TV till like February, and they start charging. They give you 3 months for free.
we'll definitely try to get Ted Lasso in.
I'm trying. I don't have enough time in a day. I'm trying. I got an episode.
All right, so I'm going to go next.
What's yours going to be?
Mine is Pennyworth.
Oh, I knew it.
I was gonna guess that. Yeah, if we did.
I got one
Yep.
episode of that too.
Guys,
It
I'm
put me to
telling you,
sleep.
this show was awesome. I know you guys, you don't believe me. You're not even giving it a chance.
The butler's a badass.
But I didn't really think much of it. I happened to just turn it on, and I didn't really expect much of it, and then I loved it, and I watched all 3 episodes or all 3 seasons. I don't know. I wouldn't say within. I don't know. Might have been maybe slightly over a month, maybe. But it's very few shows or even movies that really catch my attention anymore like that. And this was one of them. Pennyworth is a badass. He is a pimp. I mean, he plows the queen. It is awesome. And I'm telling you, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. You gotta watch it.
I got one episode. I'm sorry, and I fell asleep because it was late at night. I mean, I like it's in my queue. It is. I'm not knocking it. I just like I don't have time in a day. I'm trying.
I mean,
no
Pennyworth's
Batman.
the man.
No Batman.
No, but Bruce and Martha are in it.
Okay.
They're both in it, and it starts to plant the seeds. Well, I guess in more way than one.
Okay.
For that kind of thing. So, but it's awesome, and it even starts to like allude to some of the villains, Batman villains and stuff. So it's cool, really cool. Definitely got to watch it. But yes, Bubba, we're gonna move on to you, and yours was
one of the greatest shows ever, man. Off of the greatest show that was ever done was Breaking Bad. I mean, Bob Upton Kirk is phenomenal in this. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. There's no, it's the plot, the storyline. I mean, they did everything. It's a prequel to, before Breaking Bad. They interwove that at the last 2 episodes where Kim Wexler was smoking with, what the hell is his name? I forgot his name. Jesse Pinkman. Almost forgot his name. They're smoking. They actually meet. They actually have some kind of canon right there. They met, and he was smoking a cigarette, and he's like, "Hey, is this attorney pretty good?" And she's like, "Your best bet is never to deal with him again." You know what I mean? And he gets arrested, and then the best part about one of the best things was Carol Burnett was in there as an older lady, and he's scamming because he's working at a cinnamon place in the mall, hiding out all those years. All those years after Walter White and shit, they're still looking for fucking Saul Goodman. They're still looking for him, but he's fucking, he's in a cinnamon thing. I'm telling you, it was
Cinnabon. Yeah.
Yeah. Vince Gillen writing that is phenomenal.
I never gave it a chance because
my God.
I watched most of Breaking Bad, and then it got really depressing
Kim
there for a while.
Kim
and I
Wexler
stopped
should get
it.
Kim Wexler, the actress who played Kim Wexler, should get an award. Upton Kirk should get something for best actor. I mean, that scene when, Laka Salamanca comes in there and just blows their ex-business partner away and kills him in their apartment. I mean, it's just like.
Now, is this stuff I shouldn't hear if I want to watch it?
No, you can still watch it, dude. People watch all this stuff
joking,
all
Bubba.
over. Oh, okay, sorry. But yeah, I mean, it was great because it connects right into like El Camino, the movie on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's all. I mean, Walter White is dead. Fucking Sal is doing fucking. He tries to defend himself and tries to get off, and then he takes the plea for the rest of his life. And it goes black. It's black and white. In recent, it's black and white. When they go back in the past, it's color. You know what I mean? And he couldn't get out of not being, Jimmy. His real name is Jimmy. He couldn't. He always had to fucking come up with a scam, and that scam cost him getting hooked up with Carol Burnett's son, in a scam, and Carol Burnett's the one. Carol Burnett is the one who called the cops on him, and he took off and he got caught, and then he went to jail. So, I mean, yeah, it's 6 seasons. It wraps everything up. Gus, the Chicken Man is good. Carlo Esposito, fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking good at everything he does. you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
it just tells how, you know, he got to be where he was into Breaking Bad. So yeah, that's my show with some other
Right.
shows of the typical, you know, Cobra Kai, which is good. It's Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
there were so many. Okay, you hit it there. I was gonna say there were so many options this year. Some
Yeah.
of my honorable mentions that
You probably have the
you know
same
you
as
can
I
only
do.
pick one, so
Right.
it's hard. But The Boys season
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
that
I
was
didn't
great.
Very
have.
good.
I forgot about it.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yep.
Yep.
There you go. First
Yeah.
season.
Dang. Yeah.
Sandman. I love
Yeah,
Sandman.
was good. Yeah.
And you said it. Stranger Things 4. That was the
Oh,
most I've ever been into Stranger Things. Was this last season.
I was on fucking edge when she was up in the middle of the air and shit.
Yeah.
Max. Yeah,
And
she's a good character.
Eddie ripping up Master of Puppets, which
Yeah,
is like
that
the most viral thing
yeah.
now, and it's kind of cheesy to say it was so cool because
it
it
was
blew
good.
up so big. But I love that.
Yeah,
scene.
everything that you mentioned is good. Everything that we
Right.
all mentioned is good. So yeah, that was good. That's some good. Oh, and also Jack Reacher on Amazon. That was good.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy,
I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah,
I will say
Titans
this.
was so.
I loved Peacemaker. We all love Peacemaker, but I'm telling you, Pennyworth. I think it's slightly better. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I'm telling
It's
you.
hard to even imagine that, and I don't mean to sound like a dick when I say that. I just can't. I can't see
you.
Alfred being a better character than Peacemaker.
I'm telling you.
And
it's great.
Like we always talk about this, and I don't know. This is where I'm a snob because this Pennyworth is going to run into the same ground as Morbius for me, where I so much don't like the idea of it that it's hard for me to give it a chance and watch it.
Morbius was bad.
I don't think Alfred deserves a show, and I don't know what they have done with his canon. I don't know Alfred from the comics super well, but he wasn't this badass for a lot of the comics, as far as I know.
No, he was. I don't think he was.
So
they canon everything differently now. DC
right.
does recycled stuff every so often.
And then that's me being a hypocrite because I sound like you when we watch a Marvel movie, Bubba, and I'm like, yeah, but it's a different thing, Bubba. So I'm a hypocrite now but I don't know. I'll give it a shot at some point because you're my bro and you recommended it, but it's
telling you, just saying. You heard it here first, people. Anyway, let's move along. We're gonna go to most hated, so this will be a fun one. Bubba, you are the king of bitching about something. So
I can hate about everything, but I can't remember what I picked.
All right, well here
I hate everything. Oh, yeah,
no
surprise. That movie.
No
sucked.
Surprise.
That movie fucking was a pure disappointment for me. One of the most bullshit of MCU because they had such a good thing. Christian Bale as Gore was awesome, and other than that, that was it. Hercules.
I always had a thing for Natalie Portman, so I can't.
Well, I mean, she was good as Jane Foster, but I didn't like that.
But the movie
I didn't
wasn't
like
good.
I didn't like that she fucking died. Because she comes back in a comic book and whatever, but they had all the kids of the Nova Corps. I didn't like that. I just didn't like the pompous arrogance of Tiki Waititi or fucking Miki Miki, whatever the hell his name is. He'll never
Taika Waititi, in case anyone's wondering what he means.
I don't even. Hopefully he never directs another MCU movie for a while. Because his comedy.
There was that story a while back where it made it seem like Chris Hemsworth wasn't even real happy about working with him.
Chris Hemsworth should have punched him fucking out because Hemsworth got one more Thor in him, I think, and that's about it. But he should have punched him in the mouth. Thor is not supposed to be. It's not funny. It was a buddy comedy with the Hulk and Ragnarok, but it's not.
Yeah, Ragnarok was good.
That has its own whatever, but it's not.
Yeah, it went too far for me, for my taste. Right.
Yeah, one movie for him, and it just was terrible. So that was my because I wanted to see a good MCU movie in theaters, and
Well, I mean, you were just on a roll that day in general, like. The dog lady in the stroller.
Well, yeah, that ruins your movie experience. Well, yes, it ruins your movie. People that leave your babies at home, leave your dogs at home. People pay money to go see movies. They don't want to be bothered by your idiocracies, which I just made that fucking word up right now because I'm getting irritated about the situation about the lady. Idiocracies. Yeah, I just made that up. I don't even think it's a word.
Idiosyncrasies?
No, not idiocracies.
You tried saying
idiocracies.
Like
Yeah, no, it
idiot,
was
but like,
idiosocracies. That's it. Where they bring the fucking dog in and they shouldn't. That's just a made up word. I just made that word up.
he's basically
And-
trying to call him an idiot. Is what he's
Yeah.
trying to do.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, I understand. Like, come on, if that dog would have started or during the movie, that'd have been just like
Mhm.
that'd have been enough for me. You know, and it's just Thor is more regal and more majestic of a character. It doesn't need to be funny, and I
But
understand you have to have a little bit of,
Yeah.
you know.
They did
and-
set something up that could be pretty cool if they could pull it off. But that movie was.
I mean, Gore.
Yeah.
Gore in the comic books took all 3 versions of Thor, you know, and shit, and still they barely beat him. Like,
I mean, here's the easiest way to boil it down. You have a character named Gore the God Butcher, and he killed one god on screen the entire movie.
yeah, he should have been wiping fucking out of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the aftermath and things like that, but you know, I think Christian Bale was great with what they gave him to do.
Yes.
I don't think anything, you know, he did anything wrong, but that character could have been so much more.
Didn't have to do anything with then having his, you know, his daughter coming back and doing all that stuff. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, no,
yeah.
just
Okay, with that being said, Cable.
All right. Fucking hated it. I was so disappointed.
oh,
I don't even know what they were trying to do with this movie.
Didn't
It
watch
was
it, so I watched
I
the
didn't either.
trailer. I watched your cut.
I watched the
original
one.
But that's about
it
it.
was so dumb. I mean, I was psyched for it after the second one. The first reboot was great. You know, they kind of ruffled some feathers and they said, you know, they made it canon to where only the very original Halloween movie was canon. And then the one that came out in 2018 was the direct sequel to that. They changed some of the lore because the Halloween lore is all over the place. So that it was what it was. It was a very good, solid movie. The second one came out. The second one was really fun. Halloween Kills. I really enjoyed that. Oh, you know what? I gave you bad information, Gary. Shit.
That is Halloween Kills.
Yeah. Halloween Kills is the second one. Halloween Ends is the third one. I got mixed up.
Halloween
but
just sucks. Let's put it that way.
same idea. Halloween Kills was solid.
So this is supposed to be Halloween Ends.
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
bad.
I hope
Sorry.
it does. Terrible.
But the last one, the one that came out last year, is Halloween Ends, and that movie's such a mess and so corny, and I just don't. Yeah, there you go.
Halloween Ends.
That's amazing.
Halloween Kills ends. That's a great movie. Halloween.
You know,
Kills
they took
ends.
this potential great new trilogy of, I think, the best slasher of all horror movies. The original, he was
Yeah.
out before anybody else was, and
Oh, the original
they
is
just-
good. I'm not into horror movies, but the original ones were really good.
they just took it and ran it into such a weird direction that I could not get on board. So I was very disappointed with it. Thor: Love and Thunder was an honorable mention or dishonorable mention for me. This one movie, Amsterdam, I won't even get into. It was an honorable mention. Morbius was an
terrible.
honorable mention, and Matt Patricia being the Patriots offensive coordinator is also an dishonorable mention.
At
for
least
me.
you don't have Matt Canada.
Yeah. Good
I might take him at this point.
Oh, well. Okay, so for me, I don't remember what I put, but I picked. Oh, there it is.
old Matt Canada.
Speaking of the devil, I literally forgot what I picked, but yeah, that is the most hated of the year for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all.
So it is what it is. I think enough said. I don't even need to explain that one.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is miserable. Most hated 2 out of 3. Halloween. I don't really. I'm not into horror movies, but 2 out of 3 of that is Canada has made my life a living hell since fucking September. So
Well, here's to 2023 and losing a couple offensive coordinators, hopefully.
no, I believe they're gonna. I believe if they beat Cleveland and get in the playoffs, he's got another year on his contract.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, gentlemen, we are going to hop to the final, the grand finale.
Oh, the grand finale.
Grand finale.
Mm.
And Mr.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Good drum roll, kind of
Thank you.
trumpet
Thank you.
thing. You
Well, I
got.
can do trumpet.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you know how to blow a trumpet.
It does sound like a trumpet.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay, gentlemen. Okay, Bubba, you're up first. Your pick
Okay.
was for movie of the year.
Yes, and he got a lot of slack for it. I know. I liked it. I fucking liked it. I truly liked it. He killed people. He's the Rock in a fucking tights. I know that
he's always been the Rock in tights.
I know, but I
Rock
this
does keep it
whole
tight.
I did not see the whole debacle and explosion of the DC universe as I knew it before I saw Black Adam. I liked it. I thought Hawkman was good. I thought Pierce Brosnan was great as Dr. Fate. I just thought it was a good movie. I was entertained with the action stuff. I didn't have to. When I go to DC movies, I don't like pick it up and pick out shit like I do MCU shit because honestly, I don't know a lot of DC lore because I don't collect a lot of DC stuff. I just want to go to be entertained, and it was The Rock. But now he's like, now he's going to be the most hated guy. His wife was the agent for Henry Cavill. That's all fucking debacle. He fired her, and they fired him as fucking Superman. I thought that was great at the end there to become. And I think The Rock was going in for business for himself. That's what he was doing, and I don't blame him. I just heard report today that during that cartoon, that animation, that fucking pet movie with him and Kevin Hart, he was promoting his fucking tequila during this event. And he can't do that because it's a PG movie. It's for kids. So The Rock was fucking doing. It's The Rock, man. Fuck, I don't. Hey, man, and I love his action. I love the action, and all those that minor Society League was good. Hawkman's going to have probably. He was good too. He's probably going to get.
Well,
he's probably going to still be around.
I also enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. The action scenes were amazing. I thought.
Yeah, and I'll give my honorable mentions after we all do it because I don't want to do anything like Cable. Cable has a good idea not doing that until after the fact because somebody might have.
That was my idea.
Well, both of you. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm old.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, and Rock does have good tequila. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I don't never drank it, but see now Batista is fucking said he's a better actor on it as of today. Fucking bashing the fucking Rock. So I don't know what's going on.
I agree with that.
Because Dave Batista has diversity of a lot of different roles. The Rock is the Rock in every fucking movie. He could be a janitor and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm the Rock."
Batista's not a good actor.
Batista is a good actor.
You're not watching the right things.
Batista is a good actor.
Right things.
He is good for Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
that is it.
You're not watching. No, you're not watching.
No.
Have you watched him in anything else?
Probably, but it's probably so bad that I don't even remember.
He did not want to be typecast as Drax in his movie career because he wants to expand his roles in dramatic fashion. And he wants that Knives Out, which I haven't seen, has been very, very good acclaimed stuff. I haven't seen it yet.
He was excellent.
Well,
in that.
He needs to keep working on it, man, because he's not that good.
He's better than The Rock.
Neither is The Rock.
He's better than The Rock. And Cena, actually right now, no, seriously, before we go, they actually did the best wrestlers, him, Batista, The Rock, and Cena. And Batista is the best actor out of all three of them. For real. That's what they just did it.
I would like to comment on Shane's comment. He said that he thought Bubba would pick Spider-Man. Spider-Man actually came out in 2021.
Last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was,
yes.
We all were very high on Spider-Man.
Shane said Last Outpost. I never even heard of it.
So,
and
I liked Black Adam before we jump to my pick.
You're a Rock hater.
I know. Well,
hi, Mom.
He's going to like this. I liked Black Adam. It was fun, like you guys said. And maybe I go in with a lower bar, like I did with the Venom movie or whatever, and it's easier to cross. But Hawkman was good.
Though. It was better than Venom.
The original Venom I thought was pretty good. But Hawkman was good. Dr. Fate was good. It was a good cast, except, The Rock playing Black Adam makes me want to say, die, Rocky, die. I just can't. He's The Rock and everything. I can't get with him playing a superhero.
But he does look like the Black Adam, though. I mean, he does.
No, my Black Adam has a pointed black haircut and pointy ears. I think of classic Black Adam, not what he looks like now.
Oh, but I mean, Black Adam in the comics was buff and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like him, but
he could have did the ears.
I'm pretty sure he did the people's eyebrow in Black Adam, and that's not.
All his movies.
I know. San Andreas, great. Fast and Furious franchise, great. Rampage, great. but taking a actual property that existed and putting him in that, I can't get
Gridiron
behind
Gang
it.
was good. I like the Gridiron Gang.
I didn't watch it. Rundown. I love the Rundown.
Rundown's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
All
know.
right. So that's my thoughts on Black Adam.
Okay.
All right, Cable, you're up with this. Your pick was, if I can get you.
I can't even. I wouldn't even be able to.
Come on.
I think you'll know this one, Bubba. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is the name of this movie.
I think
Never
I've heard
heard
of
of
that. I've heard of it. I think I've heard of it.
Is fucking phenomenal movie. It's not going to be for everybody. I'll say that right off the bat. It definitely won't be. It follows a Chinese family. Parts of the movie you have to read, so there's that also. But it is. It is every genre that exists is smashed into this one movie. It's action. I mean, there's crazy kung fu fighting. I don't know what it's on right now because it's been out for a while.
Is she like a housekeeper or something, or like?
No, she her and her husband own a laundromat.
Oh, that's it. Yes. I see the previews for this. Yes.
They have this very rundown life. She's not happy. She came to America because he got her pregnant, and they bought this laundromat and they're unhappy. But
typecasting.
What the movie is it's a multiverse movie. Her husband from another universe comes to her and shows her a way to. It's kind of like the Matrix, how they could load programs into their heads and they immediately knew how to fly a helicopter or do kung fu. Okay. Your brainwaves will match up with somebody, another version of yourself from another universe, and whatever skill sets they have, then you know them.
That's funny.
And it's a really good bit where the formula, I guess, to be able to connect to one of your other universe's selves, you have to do something odd to break, I guess, just to break up the rhythm of the universe you're in. So, he eats chapstick at one point. He has to give himself paper cuts between his fingers with envelopes. It's still this crazy stuff, and it is touching when it gets to the end.
Is it a big name? Any big name actors or just people that nobody knows?
The husband is Radar from the Goonies. He came out of retirement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that had all the gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
And the star of it is Michelle Yeoh. She was in like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
She's a big name. She's a big name.
Right. But it's like action, it's everything, but it really centers on this family, and it's funny. It's it's very mature humor in some points,
Okay.
But it came out 2 months before Doctor Strange, and like I said, it's a multiverse movie. This movie put Doctor Strange's multiverse jumping to shame. I mean, you see Jamie Lee Curtis is in it also.
Wow, that's a big name. Name.
You see everything that you could think of. They're popping through universes at one point at rapid speed. They're pinatas at one point. They're rocks. They exist in this universe where everybody has hot dogs for fingers. Like, just every universe that could exist, it really feels like you're traveling the multiverse. And at the end of it, I teared up. Like, that's how it hit me to a point. I connected with it so much that it was amazing.
I don't know if he's being a smart ass or he's actually is giving you props. I don't know.
Nah, you never know.
I don't know. I think it said it sounds good. So how can it sound good?
It is good.
If it's a good choice, it sounds good. That means he never saw it.
Right. Well, he didn't, but I guess I sold him on it. Maybe I made it sound interesting. Who knows?
Well, you do a good job of that.
I would recommend it, and if you give it a little bit and you're not into it, then you're not into it. But it's every genre of movie you could want in it. So it's my favorite movie of the year.
Okay. So
Glenn and Lou, thanks for tuning in to the Art Year-Round Special Spectacular Show.
So last and certainly not least, can anybody take a guess? Would either of you like to take a guess?
I would say Doc Strange.
Okay.
I'm going to say shit. I wish I could remember one of our earlier episodes. The Batman.
Okay, two really good guesses. They would have been honorable mentions for me,
Wow.
both of them. I
forgot
thought about
Batman.
putting
I forgot
them.
Batman. I
Uh,
really did.
But my movie of the year
I got to write stuff down.
is maybe if I can
The
get it
anticipation
unlocked.
I'm glad
is
you're doing.
killing me.
Boom.
Wow.
A
Really?
Christmas Story. Yes, it was.
Really?
Are
Yeah.
you just trying to get in good with friend of the show?
I think so.
No, I thought it was really well done. It's a movie that I never thought I'd see happen, and I thought they
Wow.
did a really good job at it.
I was okay, but wow,
I
best
love
movie of the year.
Christmas movies, and I thought it was fun. And it was like probably the last movie I watched, so it was fresh in my mind.
Oh,
But actually, I thought about the Batman and Doctor Strange. Mainly Doctor Strange. I liked it, but I saw it with you guys.
so this
that's
movie
always
was better
special.
than those two. This movie was better than Batman or Doctor Strange.
To him.
Damn. So you, I'm just asking.
I mean,
That's just your opinion, and that's what we're doing. I'm just asking you.
It's one of those things that again, I think it was a nostalgia thing. I never thought I'd see it be done. And the one that they did come out with, I don't know, a couple years back, maybe.
I think it was like
ago.
06.
Oh,
I think
it
it was longer
terrible.
than that.
It was
That was
terrible.
terrible.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely terrible, and my expectations for this one was like, oh, here we go again. But no, they did a nice job, and our buddy Scotty,
Scotty Schwartz.
he did. They
Yeah, he
was
did
in
a
it,
great
did
job as the bar owner. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but see, as I'm looking on this on your screen, every movie that was picked is a different situation. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I must be.
Yeah, it's a good variety.
Yeah, now
Yes,
I'm picking
Shane, really.
I picked
That's what I picked.
See, I thought that too, but I mean, but what was your other movies that you saw?
I wanted to. I just told you the Batman was on.
Okay.
It was between the Batman and then it was
That's your honorable
Doctor
mentions.
Strange. So those are my
Okay.
honorable mentions. I was going to pick one of those two, but I decided to go.
What
with
about
this
you? What about you, Cable? Because I know you've probably got 300 movies.
I got a list. What do you got, Bubs?
I tell you what, you just go off you, and I'll just say, hey, yay
All
or
right.
nay.
The Batman, because it's the best Batman movie ever made, hands down.
Wasn't on my list.
Another honorable mention was Black Panther 2.
Go on my list.
Elvis,
No,
A good movie. Good movie.
did not
I-
like it.
thoroughly enjoyed it. Nope, the movie Nope, that's on there for me.
No,
That's
never
how I
seen
thought
that.
about Elvis.
No, why? Colonel Parker was a dick. Tom Hanks. played a
It
big
was
role.
very, very weird to me. I don't know. It was a
Oh,
weird.
that
Well,
was-
it's like a partial musical. It's Baz Luhrmann that made it, so it's the same guy that did the Great Gatsby musical from it. Well, not musical, but musical-ish, and Moulin Rouge from years past and stuff. And I didn't know how I felt about it. Like, I loved Austin Butler's portrayal of Elvis. I think he
It was
killed it.
good. Yes, I
He
agree.
should
with you.
win every award for it.
Tom Hanks is a douchebag.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't know how I felt about it until I heard the director talk about it. And he said he didn't want it to be a biopic. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a borderline documentary about Elvis. He wanted to treat Elvis like a superhero he was. So he made everything grand and,
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
know, larger than life. And
Yeah, that's a good movie.
but I liked it.
I'd rather see Bubba Brewer sing Elvis karaoke.
No, my
than
future,
watch that movie.
my future mother-in-law saw it, and she was. That's how it was back then, because, you know, Deb is a huge Elvis fan, huge, and she's like, that's how it was, and she said Colonel Parker was a bad person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you never seen all of that, because back then you didn't see all the stuff that you saw in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going with your list there, Cable.
Top Gun Maverick.
Nope.
I think
Never
it was the
seen
best
it.
blockbuster of the movie that wasn't a superhero movie.
Didn't watch it. So
Tom Cruise, best part.
Can't
Tropic
recommend
Thunder.
it enough. It's
Tropic
amazing.
Thunder.
And then for very recent ones that I absolutely love, I did end up making it to see Avatar 2, The Way of the Water.
Oh,
So I highly recommend that. If you enjoyed the first one at all, the second one
See-
is so much better.
it was funny because I remember watching the first one and I remember really liking it. And then I about a year or so ago, I went back and watched it. And I'm like, why do I like this?
it's Dancing with Wolves.
I don't know why. Like I just
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's a
eh.
very basic plot. There's not a
Yeah.
lot to the plot. It's slow. You know, they want you to live in the world with them. So it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And the second one's more of the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's 3 hours long.
True.
There were
Watch it,
parts that are very slow. because you're learning, this other tribe. You're in a different part of Pandora for reasons, I don't want to spoil anything, but
You're not.
so it's
Well, none for me.
similar. But I thought it was amazing. The Knives Out sequel, Glass Onion, so much fun.
I gotta watch that
movie.
because I gotta watch the first one.
Yeah, watch them both. I like the
will.
first one more, but Daniel Craig is phenomenal in these movies. And, like we talked about a minute ago, Batista kills it in this movie. Edward Norton's great. And then the last one I want to talk about, The Menu. The Menu finally hit HBO on the 3rd, but it came out last year. It's not going to be for everybody. It's a thriller, not quite horror, but like black comedy, like very dark satire, and it has a lot to say about the elite and higher social classes and things like that. But Ralph Fiennes leads the cast, and he's phenomenal. And so if you like it, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be a divisive movie probably,
Wow.
but I've been recommending it to everybody.
Yeah,
the only menu I want to hear about is Bob's Pizza. So there's my Bob's Pizza plug, as we always get in there in some fashion. But
I had a couple more than you. I mean, Doc Strange, of course, Black Panther, of course. Prey was fucking phenomenal.
Almost made my most hated.
And Bullet Train. I like Bullet Train. I thought that
Bullet Train almost made my list.
Yeah,
I could
that's
probably
notable.
I could
And
probably put that.
my last movie that I saw that counts, Violent Night. David Harbour is fucking Santa Claus. That was badass. That was a good movie.
Doesn't take much, Cable. Doesn't take much.
Yeah, right. As we've established already, I didn't get into it as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah. So anyway, movie of the year.
Well,
these are our picks right here.
The other shows that I watched aren't done yet because the other shows
don't count.
No, they don't count because it's all drama. They're all dramas. There's nothing superhero about it.
So, but anyway, just a review. Movie of the year. These are our picks. TV show of the year. Disney Plus project of the year. Animated project of the year. Wrestling moment of the year. Sports moment of the year. Cable did not have one.
Invisible.
What's mine? Oh yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, it's invisible.
Yeah. It's like John Cena. You cannot see it. And most hated of the year. Right there.
Good call, Gary. I do need to point out, if anybody tuned in late, that is not a picture of John Cena for favorite sports moment. I just don't have one because I'm a Patriots fan in 2022.
Anyway, gentlemen, there is our what did you call it? The year-end extravaganza. There it is. There it is for the year.
Next year, I'm going to write more down because I say that since this is the second one we did, and I still forgot a whole lot of stuff.
I feel like I need to keep a log.
Yeah,
but it would probably be very short compared to both of yours. But yeah.
Well, we're pop culture. We're pop culture nuts.
You are.
Yeah.
You gotta just live like you're old. That's all, Gary. You're not living old enough.
You might be right. I feel old. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. The Facebook stuff was great. Everybody, that was awesome. Thank you so much again. I think these podcasts are the most interactive podcasts going out there today because I listen to a lot of them and people don't talk to their fans
and we need more. We need more interaction now.
Yeah.
So people come in.
Yeah.
So Shane, thank you for all you do, helping us get subscribers and chiming in and putting your opinion out there and busting our chops, all that good stuff. Donnie, thank you for
Steele, thanks, Steele.
And Steele was on last night
Steele
too.
Was on. Steele knows his football.
So,
and Steele's been busting my fucking chops for 35 fucking years. And he's going to be busting it right now because another comment will probably come up. But yeah. So I appreciate it. And,
but thank you, Eric, for tuning in. Donnie, Craig, who watches pretty regularly. So
this is the second one for me. I got one more. I got 3 in a row. I'm just keep churning. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in and stuff. We're going to get some interviews out. I know if you guys can make them, you can, you can't. We're going to got some people lined up and do some stuff like that. And then I guess
we're going to try to get back on track this year. And,
yeah.
we might have different lineups. It might be all over the place. But
yeah, it'll be
you know,
fine.
We just
I'll
keep on keeping on,
I'll
and
keep
that's
on
all we can
keeping
do.
on, and that's all we can do. And tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, will be a Black and Gold Triple B Dynasty show where we're going to preview the big Steelers versus Cleveland game. So
Big week.
yeah. This
If
is
it's
a great
still
show, guys.
happening.
Thanks, guys. It was a good. Wow, some of your picks are crazy. I mean, I'm gonna say it.
That's why I love this. It's one of my favorite things we do.
I know, and
it's great to be able to.
I have to be on my toes at you, Cable, because you watch stuff that I never even fucking heard of before, and I think I watch a lot of stuff, but I don't know. You get into a little bit more in depth on some certain shows and certain topics. Like I feel like a knucklehead because I got a superhero show as my movie. Neither of you guys got a superhero movie. You got some sci-fi whatever, and you got a Christmas special story movie.
But
so now I feel like I'm
great. Variety is the spice of the earth or whatever, and hey, it's good because we can try to promote this stuff too. You know, we can say our piece on it, and maybe somebody takes it. Thank you, Shane. And you know,
I'm just trying to get Scotty back on here so we can talk for another 3 hours.
I'll get him. I got his phone number. I'll be more than happy to give him a call. Yeah.
But no, it was a great time, gentlemen.
Yes, thank you.
We are going to sign out for now. Hopefully, we'll see you again real soon. Bubba, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8:00 sharp on a Friday night. That's what I do. I do Wednesdays and Fridays, and even after the Steelers season, I am still going to be doing shows Wednesdays once a week because I want to talk about the college perspective draft picks and get some people on to talk about some interesting college picks because I don't know a lot about the college players. And hopefully Shane got me some people, and hopefully we can get some people on, and then also do some interviews also with some local people in Indiana. It's also good. Like I heard Joe Rogan say he doesn't need a guest list. He just likes to talk to everybody. So now I'm going to be like the next fat ass Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Have you said Joe?
Hey, you're down 12, baby.
I am down 12. No DQ, but you guys come up. I'll treat you with my gift certificate to Bob's. I'll have one slice while I salivatate watching you guys.
Well, you can have a cheat day, right?
I don't know about a cheat day. A cheat day will get me trails of devastation, Mav.
Well, that's more for me and you, Cable.
Yeah.
Bob's and Bob's Pizza.
We gotta earn our Bob's Pizza shirts.
Yeah, I'll pick the pepperoni off and have a bottle of water. What can I say?
There you go.
Yeah, but thanks, guys. It was great doing this. So, Mav, get us out of here. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
You got it. Later. There we go.